Hello, this is Wiley from Learn to Barbecue. This video is part of our Sous Vide BBQ series. The recipe we'll be doing is an Asian pulled pork with an Asian coleslaw. We will be doing the sous vide cooking using the ChefSteps Joule Circulator. Please note my last sous vide video featuring ribeye steaks, I improperly called it Joule, but from now on it's Joule. The first step is making the marinade. This marinade is unique in that we will cook the pork shoulder with it. First ingredient is soy sauce, and then we need a 1/4 cup. Also, I would use a 3 to 4 quart mixing bowl. The next ingredient is 3 tablespoons of gochujang. Then add 3 tablespoons of Hoisin sauce, and then 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Follow that with 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Tired of 3 tablespoons? How about 2 tablespoons of Clover honey? And 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Now you can switch to a teaspoon with 2 teaspoons of Chinese 5-spice powder. And finally a 2-inch piece of fresh ginger, peeled and grated. Now you want to mix it well together. This would also be a good time to taste and make sure it is sweet or spicy enough. I prefer a little more heat, so I added 2 more teaspoons of gochujang. Here is our 8-pound pork shoulder with blade bone, but it is too big for my vacuum bag, so I cut it in 2. There's a little surgery, for I had to work around the blade bone. I had to feel where the bone was and then cut around that bone. Now it's into the vacuum bags. The other advantage of cutting the pork shoulder in half is there is more surface area for the marinade. Now it's time to add the cooking marinade. I split the marinade in half, and each bag took just short of a 1/2 cup. Make sure the lip is clean so the bag can seal. Now with both bags properly vacuum sealed with the marinade, it is time to take them to the sous vide bath. Our setup is a 26-quart container and the Joule immersion circulator. So how do I keep the buoyant pork shoulders from floating? 2 heavy ceramic bowls. Now it's time to program the cook. I have to admit, the Joule app makes this part really easy. First, you select on your pork the simple, tasty pulled pork shoulder recipe. Now you select a temperature, and they give you their favorite, which is also the one I picked, of 154 degrees Fahrenheit. The time is set for 24 hours. After selecting the time, the Joule starts preheating the water. Because the Joule has an 1100 watt heating element, it does not take long for it to reach temperature. When it hits 154 degrees Fahrenheit, it starts keeping track of the cooking time and even tells you when it's going to be done. As you can see, it's telling me this cook will be done at 12:11 p.m. tomorrow. To give you an example of how it keeps track, here is the app when it's about 4 minutes left on the cook. When the cook is done, the Joule app nicely lets you know. Now remove from bags and pat dry. You want the outside to be dry as possible before putting it into the smoker grill. Preheat smoker or grill setup for indirect cooking to 225 degrees Fahrenheit. Leave pork shoulders in foil pan, for they are already subject to a 24-hour sous vide cook and could fall apart. Insert meat thermometer probe into the roast that does not have the blade bone. Cook pork shoulders till internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit, then pull. Now the true test to see if the blade bone will pull out clean and easy. Looks pretty clean and easy to me. So here I have my bear claws, and I start breaking this pork shoulder down into smaller pieces. Easiest way I know is just keep splitting the pieces apart and just keep moving from piece to piece. I really do not like to over shred the pork, so I shred till the pieces are about bite size. Also, forgot to show in the video, but I did pour some of the liquid that was in the cooking bags into the foil pan and I mixed it in with the pork. So let's make an Asian shredded pork sandwich. First step, put some pork on one side of the roll. If any falls off, well, that's just fair game and needs to be eaten right away. Stack pork as high as you can. Now add some homemade Asian coleslaw. There will be a link to that video at the end of this one. To finish it off and to give it that extra Asian flavor, on the top roll, add some sriracha mayo dressing. There will be a link in the description below on where you can buy it. Now put it all together, and this is what a good looking sandwich should look like. Now the taste test. One greasy thumbs up, and the Asian spice made it one of the best pulled pork sandwiches I've ever had. Bon appetit! If you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Also, we really appreciate you watching.